Hey everybody, welcome back to your Google Classroom training. This is Module 2. So you are going to be learning how to attach items within the stream, creating and reordering topics, creating material and questions, reusing posts, and reordering under topics, as well as to-do and calendar. So I am in our Google Classroom that we created in Module 1, and I'm going to click on the headline. So let's say I want to share something with students in the stream. I want to make an announcement of some sort because this is usually the first thing that students see when they log in. So I'm going to say something like, "Good morning. Watch the video and practice your breathing." And now I'm going to attach a YouTube video to this announcement. So I'm going to go to Add, and I'm going to click YouTube. Now, there are two ways to connect a YouTube video or attach a YouTube video. So you can search right here with keywords in the search box, or if you already know the link to your YouTube video, you can go to URL and paste it here. Then the video will pop up, you'll click it and click Add. But right now, I'm going to search for a Go Noodle breathing video. And I'm going to go ahead and choose the rainbow breath video. I've done this video lots of times with kids and they actually absolutely love doing this video. So I'm going to click it to select and then click Add. Now I have a couple of choices here. You can decide which students are going to get to see this. I'm going to go ahead and leave it at all students. Here, this arrow is going to take you to some choices where you can save the draft that you have, or you can schedule this for a later time or a later date, or you can simply post it and it will go live. So I'm going to go ahead and say post. And there's my announcement with my video. Let's move into the classwork tab. Here I'm going to show you how to create topics and to organize items underneath those topics. So Google Classroom can get really cluttered very quickly. And so what we're going to do is create topics so that every week has its own topic. And we're going to use emojis to delineate which topics are which. And we're also going to use all caps so that they stand out. Emojis help us add color and character to our Google Classroom because this is a very white space. And we want to give students something to visualize when they look at the different topics to make sure that they are doing the correct assignment. So I'm going to click Create and then Topic. Now to add in an emoji, I'm going to use my Joy Pixels emoji keyboard Chrome extension. This is an extension that I can have Jamal push out to all teacher laptops, but if you want to install it now so that you can use this for your assignment, you will go to or just search for Joy Pixels Chrome extension, and it's the first link that pops up, and it's very simple to install. All right, so I'm going to use the animals and nature categories simply because there are so many animals here that I could use every single one of these emojis for each week, and I wouldn't have to probably restart this until later on in the year. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the dog. And the cool thing about Joy Pixels is that once you click on it, wherever your cursor was, it automatically pastes it in there for you. So I'm going to say week of, and let's say the week that I am filming this, and then I'll say add. All right, and there's my topic. So I'm going to create another topic for the following week. And once again, I'm going to go to my extension and I am going to click on the animals and click on the cat. And then I'm going to say week of, and I'm going to look at my calendar and it's the 20th through the 24th. And then I'll say add. All right, so now I've got my 2 weeks here. Now, if I wanted to reorder these, I would simply drag and reorder. But I think it's better for older items to start falling to the bottom and newer items to be on top. So I'm going to leave that the way that it is. Okay, So let's go ahead and create material. Material can be used for a syllabus, for a links page, for something that doesn't need to be turned in, like if it's a website or a video that you always want to have up, then you could definitely leave that topic at the very top and then just continue to add materials within it. Okay, so same thing here. We have this title. So I'm going to go to my Joy Pixels. And since I'm looking for a link, I can use the search and say link. And then here it is right here, and it pastes it to where my cursor was. So I'm going to go ahead and say link to Go Noodle. So maybe I want my students to use the link for break time, right? So maybe I want them to practice with their favorite video. So I'm going to go here to add. I'm going to put a link. And this is where you can copy and paste links from anywhere that you would like in the internet. I just happen to know the Go Noodle link off the top of my head. I'll say Go Noodle, and there it is right there. Last thing I need to do is to always make sure to organize. We don't want loose material or assignments just floating around. Everything needs to go into a topic. And then same thing with the stream. I have some options here. I can save this as a draft. I can discard it entirely if I don't want it. I can schedule it for a later time or a day, or I can post it right now. So I'm going to choose to post right now. And there it is right here. And students can clearly see that that's a link, so they can look at that picture and go, oh, that must be to a website, right? All right, so the next thing that we're going to practice is creating a question. So I'm going to click create and go to question. This is kind of like an online poll for students where you don't have to create a separate form for this. It's just built right into Google Classroom. So we've got some options here. Same thing, if I'm asking them a question, what type of question am I asking them? What am I asking them to do? What emoji might match that, right? So I'm going to go here to my Joy Pixels Chrome extension, and I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm going to make this a heart, purple heart. And I already had this one in here, but if I wanted to search for it, I could go to the symbols, and there's my purple heart right there. So let's say we're going to ask, how are you feeling today? Now, what's today, right? The students could be jumping on here and looking at this at any day. So we're going to put parentheses, Monday, 7/13. So another tip is to always label your assignments with the day and what you want them to do. Because this is a question, I don't really need to leave instructions here, and there's nothing I want to add right now. Once again, we have some options. So I can have all students see this or only some students be assigned this. I am going to do a due date. Let's go ahead and say today. I could add a time, but it's optional. And again, always organizing it into a topic. Actually, let's put it in the week of the cat. I would like students to be able to reply to each other to kind of build that community and peer-to-peer. And then I'm going to allow students to edit their answer. Same options here. I can discard, save, schedule, but I'm just going to ask. All right, and there it is right there. So let's go ahead and reuse a post. So this is very nice if you are often posting things that are kind of similar. You would want to go to create and then reuse. The fun thing about it is that the reuse will pull from all the classes that you have. So these are all of my archived classes that I've ever had. And as you can see, I have quite a few, but I'm going to make sure to stick within this class, and I'm going to repeat this question. So I'm going to click here. I want everything that I had from the other post. So I'm going to make sure that that stays checked, and then I'm going to click reuse. And it might take a second for it to pull up. And there it is right there. So everything is exactly the same. So what I'm going to do is change the title to Tuesday, 7/14. I'm going to leave it in the same topic. I'm going to change the due date to Tuesday. And then I'm going to add a YouTube video. Okay, same thing I'm going to search. This time I'm going to say Maybe I want the students to watch a video about feelings. So I can say feelings, kids. Usually I find if you put kids in any search term, appropriate things will pop up. So this one says feelings, how do you feel? Happy, sad, hungry, hot. Learn to describe your feelings, 4 minutes. I could go and find this video in YouTube and watch it before I assign it, but let's pretend like I already did that and I know that this is the one I want. And I'm going to click on it and click add. So here is this. And then the instructions might be watch the video and then answer the question. Now, if you ever want to take something off that was here, so let's say this video was already here, I can click this X right here and it will disappear. And then I can add what I want from this menu. Okay, feelings, kids, and there's my video. I'm going to add. Looks like everything is good here. I'm going to go ahead and say ask. So now I've got a question for Monday and a question for Tuesday, but now I have a problem. My Monday is below my Tuesday, which doesn't really make sense. So you can reorder assignments underneath a topic simply by grabbing it and dragging it. And that's all you do. And if I wanted to reorder this whole block, I could do that too. But like we talked about, I want past items to be on the bottom and more recent items to be on the top. Now, as the topics start to get more and more, you want to teach your students that to find the week that you're in or to look for the emoji that you're in and to click on that so that that is all they see. And that really helps as well when it comes to students looking at assignments or even parents, right? And then you can always go back to everything that you posted here. Okay, so the last thing that I'm going to show you is where to look for assignments that need to be turned in, okay? So we have a Google Calendar right here. So this is a very nice option for students, parents, and even yourself when it comes time to looking at things that need to be turned in. So I'm going to click the calendar, and it's going to show you your own calendar and where those items fit in, okay? Now, if you want to go to the classroom's calendar, you'll go to your main menu here and click on calendar. And this is a different calendar that only the students can see. So now you can kind of see your assignments on your own calendar and then the classroom's calendar. And notice how those emojis follow that assignment. And here it is right here. If I click into this, it's going to bring me to the assignment and tell me how many students turned it in, how many students assigned it, and then it will have the work over here and in this window right here, and that's where you can review it. And if you want to remember what you wrote, you would click question. Okay, let's go back. Now the to-do tab, very important as well. This is great for teachers, parents, and students to kind of see it in a more linear way. So you can see all of your classes or just the class that you've been working in. So here are all my archive classes. So if I was a subject area teacher, maybe I had math and science, but I only wanted to look at math, then I would click only that class and I would be able to see all of the ones that I need to review, okay? Once you review it and grade it and you get it all done and that assignment is over with, you can either mark it as reviewed and say that you're done, or once you're all the way done, it will probably move into this tab by itself, okay? So this is all my reviewed work that I don't have to look at. And if I want to go back and look at past work, I can go right here. So this is a very important tab for students to know about as well. So it's in this area called main menu. If you hover, it says main menu. And we've got calendar and we've got to do, okay? So you have learned how to do all these things and it's very exciting. So the next thing you need to do is practice. So go to our EdTech PD Google Classroom and do your performance tasks for Module 2, practice your topics, and then I will see you right back here for Module 3. Bye guys.